have ignition.
Michael was enjoying the countdown. Hey, Michelle, how are you?
I'm well. How are y'all?
We're good too. Um,
Good.
I had a test ran today. One of them was good, and the other one has so many medical terms. I don't have a clue what it means because I've got like my chart and all the results of all my tests go in there. And it's just like I'm reading a foreign language. So I don't know if I'm okay or not.
I think they do that on purpose just to get you back in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, one test was absolutely good, but one we
That's
just
great.
don't know. We were Googling words and all this stuff, so I don't
Girl, you
know.
know not to do that.
I
That's
know.
never
You know,
good.
you got to know. You just got to know.
But she
I'm
won't
gonna
let it rest until she finds
no.
No.
out.
I have to know. I just have to know. I'm gonna share our show out here to a couple of places, and Michael, tell them about Deep South, where we're all going to be while I do this.
Deep South Comic Con.
Yes.
We are going to be there in a week.
1 week.
Yeah, it's getting close now. I can't wait. I've enjoyed the first one, and I'm going to enjoy this one.
And
I'm
the second
excited.
one. This
Yeah,
will be
the
our
second one
third
was
year.
good too.
Third year.
Third year doing the Comic Con. Lot of nice, interesting people will be there. It was a blast last year. The first year caught me off guard because I wasn't used to being around a lot of these Comic Con people. But
Hmm.
after the second year, I'm kind of used to it now. It don't bother me at all. It kind of blends right in with our paranormal theme, the way a lot of them dress up and stuff. It is pretty cool. Some of them take it really serious.
I'm
So
excited to experience this one.
remember the first Paracon that I booked us at, you know, other than just going little places and stuff.
Right, right.
I booked us at Las Vegas,
Las Vegas.
our first Paracon.
Yeah,
Very
Been a few.
first one.
Yes, yes.
Vegas.
And it was something else.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was something else. I will never go back to Vegas.
It was Vegas.
Yeah.
I barely remember half of it, and that's being very honest with you. I don't know what in the world was wrong. But Michele Perez, member of Fox Paranormal, for a while, stepped back to take a break. And, you know, we were talking the other day, and she's going to be a vendor at Deep South Paracomic Con. And she makes all kinds of cool stuff. And tell us a little bit about your product.
So mainly, I am probably going to offer up crochet items. So little spooky things, little bats and ghosts and spiders, just little cute things that are along the lines of the spooky theme. I'm trying to also get together some decals, like the vinyl decals you stick on your cars.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get some of those things up too. So we'll
Awesome.
have to. I kind of joined in at the last minute, so now I'm working and rushing and trying to make it all come together.
Yeah. Well, getting ready for one is a lot of work.
A
It's
lot, especially when you only have a week to do it.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, a week
You'll
to
pull
do
it
it.
off good. I know you. You
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, I'm working hard.
By the time we get to the Paracon, we set up the table, we're fixed in real good. Everybody sees the end result. But,
Right,
like Destiny starts months and months before the Paracon. She's trying to get merchandise stocked up. She's trying to get this right, that right, that right. She's
right.
a
And we're not
perfectionist.
even halfway done. I
Y-
mean,
Yeah.
there's
No.
still so much to do, but so worth it.
Yeah.
It's going to be so worth it.
So, I mean, even if I don't have as much as I would like to have, I'm still there with you guys. I'm still
Yeah.
there seeing everybody interacting, having a great
Yeah,
time. So it's going to be a great trip regardless. So I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Absolutely. A lot of cool guests there. I know I'm going to miss somebody. So I'm going to go over there to the Deep South Paracomic Con page.
Mm.
Yes. Yes. Lee Triana Brown and her husband Matt are going to be there. And we had the great privilege, Michael, myself, and Michelle, to be able to film with Lee, Mosaji, and Marika. And absolutely, it was an amazing time. I don't know if I told you, but the show airs in Canada on the History Channel tomorrow. And so
No, so
we're
they
excited about
finally have it, which is
yeah,
so
that
funny to me because it's a
Yeah.
Canadian company, and it's the last place to be aired.
Yeah.
absolutely. The episode we were on is season one, episode two. So you definitely
Yes.
want to catch that one, everybody. Um, there's a haunted object that we have that we're actually going to have part of it on our table at the Paracon. It aired in the US on the Hulu channel. March was a year ago. And also, it's available on Apple TV. It's available on Disney Plus, available on Stack TV. I do think it is aired in some other countries and airing in Canada tomorrow on the History Channel. I'm very excited for us, for especially for them. You know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And let's see here.
Don't forget, you've got another pretty popular star going to be there, Jeremy Leonard, which he was on Ghosts of Morgan City the entire
Hmm.
season,
Yes,
and then he did
28 Days Haunted,
28 Days Haunted.
which was absolutely amazing to sit and watch. I remember Michelle, Michael, and myself, we sat and binged it
Yeah,
all
yeah,
night.
Yes.
Michael slept through maybe a couple of
yeah,
episodes or three,
yeah.
but the end of it was amazing. I truly wish I had a picture of that.
I think
The
it.
look that Jeremy gave the camera right
Yes.
in, that was cool.
You've
That,
laughed about that one for a long time.
Well,
yes.
that was featured on Netflix, and Ghost of
Yes.
Morgan City was an entire season that was featured on the Travel Channel.
Right.
So
So he has a
that,
few networks under him.
yeah,
That's
yeah. I
cool.
mean, that's cool too. He's done his hard work and got to where he needed to be.
Right. Our
Correct.
producer is having some eggs hatch, so he may not be on to really show us who's watching, but I did pull it up on my phone. We have Charles Jackson watching. Hey,
Hey,
Charles,
Charles.
how you doing? We have Dor Beverly watching. Hey, y'all. Hey, Dor.
Hey, everybody.
Um, and then Charles commented to the Vegas. Oh, there it is. It's coming up. It's
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
up.
Even with my glasses, I can't read that. I'll have to get another pair of glasses just to see
Yeah.
the
Charles
comments.
responded to when we were talking about Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, I
yeah.
don't know. We've told a few people some of the things.
Good
Some
chunk
of
of
the
our
things.
stayed there.
For real. On a credit card too. And Charles says he's really going to miss this, and I wish he could come. Uh,
Yeah.
it's like a 3.5 hour down. Of course,
Yeah,
it'll take us over 4 to get there because I have to stop and go to the bathroom a lot, and I'll need a Pepsi, and I might need some Skittles. You know how I am. But oh, let me go back for a second. Let me go back. Hang on. William Perry, Bill Perry is going to be there. Okay, let me find it again. I just want everybody to know who's going to be there. And if you're not going to be there, you're going to miss it. And I'm sorry, Charles. I'll take plenty of pictures. I may do a couple of live streams for him. Web Paranormal,
Yeah.
um, Stan and Teresa Fox are featuring this.
fights.
What did I say?
Fox.
I told
Fox.
you Dan's related
They're
to
family.
trying to make him
Yeah.
a fox. Anyway,
They're
Dan's like
family.
a fox. Their team is actually the host team for this. And you know, if you're in that area and you're looking for a paranormal team to investigate your property, your house, or your business, you've got to give them a call. Jason Snyder will be there. Oh, let me see. Workshops. There's going to be several vendors, a cosplay. Let me tell you all about this. That's going to be fun and scary because I already know what Austin's going to look like. Let me see.
Oh, the costume thing too.
Yeah, Yeah, that's the cosplay.
Yeah, the cosplay. That's where everybody can dress up in their costumes, and they're going to pick who has the best costume during the Paracon.
And then Magnolia Grace Soapery. Oh my goodness. Alabama Ghostbusters. Ben Bracken, my favorite Ghostbuster of all time.
Yeah, he's on my Monopoly game.
I know I'm going to miss somebody, so I'm trying not to. So I'm going to look right here. And I can't see it. I lost my glasses.
You and Michele.
I did.
I know.
And you know,
I wore these thinking I could see, but I can't see with those. My other ones are over there. So if there's any comments or anything, I'm depending on you.
One of my great friends, Blaine Rowan, is going to be there, and he is going to be doing a workshop for parents of psychic children.
Oh,
And I'm
nice.
raising a psychic child right now. And you just go to the page because so many. I know I'm going to miss somebody, and I don't want to. Jeff Leeper and Maria Player, awesome people.
Yes.
I love them. I had known them on Facebook for a while, but really met them in person last year. Jeff is an Elvis impersonator, and Maria sung a song. I can't remember the name of it, but it was so beautiful that night. It was amazing. You know, I think I found one I can see. Hang on. Nope. But anyway, go to Deep South Paracomic-Con page and you can see all this.
Yes,
And
it's going to be
all
good.
the great people.
We want everybody to come out that can come out. And I mean, you're going to have fun. You're going to get to meet a lot of interesting people. We're going to be talking paranormal. I mean, we're going to get down to a lot of the grassroots of paranormal and talk about, you know, some of the cases we've never talked about on radio or on the web. So, you know, it's going to be a cool event. You know, I want to say one other thing too. You know, I don't know how many everybody out there is on that Monopoly Go thing, but they're doing a race thing where you have to build teams. And I built my team today, and Destiny has 2 accounts. So of course she went on mine, and then I got Michele, and I'm right in the middle of them. It's like old times again.
Old times.
So this is how it goes. My team is me, Michele, and Michael.
Yeah.
So, all M's. me.
Yes,
Michele and Michael.
Yeah.
Well, me, yeah. Dor is the little girl who I'm helping out with right now. She said, "Yep," and my baby girl, she is on point too, and she dang sure
she is.
Yes, she is. She come running in the house today, Michele, and she said, "Gigi, something weird's going on outside." And I said, "Why?" She said, "Because I was just out on the carport and I heard Dylan say, 'Hey,' well, Dylan wasn't at home."
No.
So she's looking out the window and she said, "I don't have a clue what that was." She said, "But it said hey to me." And I said, "Where did it sound like it was coming from?" And she pointed up toward the road. So, you know, just be on the safe side. Don't go back outside with nobody out there just in case.
Right.
Yeah.
But and she creeps everybody out. Well, not everybody, but some people out in the household. She'll be like, "I just saw a shadow in my room." And Allie would be like, "Girl, You doesn't have to leave from here. You are creeping me out.
Yeah, she told me about it too when I went into the kitchen, and
Yeah.
she was looking out the kitchen, the window there in the kitchen at the door, and she started telling me about this voice and stuff. And she puts her little hands on the hip. She goes, "Poppy, it's paranormal."
Yes, and she wants to go on an
Yeah.
investigation. My sister Robin says hello.
Hey, Robin.
Robin, I'm not ignoring your text and calls. It has just been crazy with me the last couple of days,
Oh yeah.
but I'll get with you tomorrow. Um, Ronnie Britt is watching. He said, "Hey
Big
guys,
Ronnie.
little Ronnie,
Little Ronnie,
Hey, young blood.
Big Ronnie,
young blood.
young blood, young blood."
YB.
Yeah,
We have VR and YB.
Yep,
yeah.
we do. It's good to have so many people watching tonight.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it too. I love it too. I did share this around a bit, invited some friends and invited some other people. So if you're watching, say hey to us, so we know you're
For
watching.
sure.
Well, last night we were on Mercedes show, and we
Oh,
mentioned,
that was so fun.
Tuesday night.
or Tuesday night. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
Yes.
And we mentioned the funeral home, and I saw Michelle kept commenting up there, but we couldn't get.
It was awesome. Yes.
Yeah, we couldn't get to it. So Michelle, did you have any personal experiences when we did the lock-in the funeral home?
Oh, well, the second we got there, it was a long trip. How do you say it? Castiago?
Yeah, Castiago.
Castiago.
Yeah.
So of course,
Just say classy.
Costco, girl, Costco. Not
There
saying
you go.
Costco.
Like peripheral.
Yeah, don't get me started.
One
So
of
I've
those
been working on
Canada-
rural. I've been working on it, and I hadn't got it yet. I hear people say it, and I'm like, I can do it, and then I'll try to say it, and it doesn't come out. So of course, with it being such a long ride, second we got there, I had to go to the potty. So I go in, and it's the women's is when you first walk into the right on the back side. The men's was a little bit further down. So I go in and I had to go so bad. I didn't care. But there was somebody, I got chills. There was somebody standing in that bathroom, and I said, you really shouldn't be here. This is a ladies' room, and I have to go potty. You need to turn around, turn your head. I'm going. I don't care.
I remember
So when
you.
I come out, I asked if that was a thing, and they confirmed that yes, there is somebody that does like to frequent that ladies' restroom.
Ah,
So that was the very first thing that happened as soon as we got there.
So I had a dream before we went there. Do you remember that?
I remember the dream.
I dreamed, and it was, gosh, a week or two before we went. I had a dream that I was in some kind of basement, and it had a dirt
Mhm.
floor, and there was a Buzz Lightyear down there. The little space doll on Toy Story.
To
I
infinity
battled,
and beyond.
and then there were like several that were coming at me, and I had a shovel and I was beating those Buzz Lightyears, and they were trying to attack me. And I remember waking up, and kind of my arm slung just a little bit, like I was still hitting at them. So we get to the funeral home, and
To a funeral home.
the funeral home. So we get to the funeral home, and up on a shelf, there's a Buzz Lightyear, and I'm like,
In a
oh,
funeral home.
hell no.
Not a daycare, not a school, not
No,
somebody's house.
a
A
funeral home.
funeral home. What is a Buzz Lightyear doll doing in a funeral home?
Well, the
Really?
people who
That's
were looking
crazy.
after it, their son had been there and he had been playing with Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm
See,
like,
that
if
part I
that thing
didn't know.
does anything in the middle of the night, and then I had Big Ronnie chasing me with it, so that didn't help the situation. So my eye was on Buzz all night long. If that doll
Oh,
had
no.
one time, one time, he would
yeah,
have been history.
Yes.
yeah. That would have been funny. Of
Yeah.
course.
Now, what's Youngblood saying? I can see it, but I can't read it.
Yeah, the first time we went, we actually caught a shadow
Oh yeah.
on the camera.
Yes.
There was like a curtain on the wall, and behind the wall, was a brick wall, solid wall.
Behind
And
a casket.
Yes.
yeah. And
Yeah.
that's actually on our page, Fox Paranormal page. That was pretty crazy. And Youngblood and his wife, Lee Ann, just had an anniversary. I don't remember how many years, maybe 14 or some 13 or 14 years. You'll have to tell us how long you've been married, but congratulations on your anniversary. And we hope that you
Yes.
treated her out to dinner and flowers and all that good stuff.
But you know, it wasn't interesting. I think the last time we went there, I think
16
we were
years.
experiencing so much stuff going on. You know,
We
you remember
did.
Foxy sitting on the coffin in the main chapel, and then we were all way down the aisle, and then Foxy started going off.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yeah.
Foxy was put together for us by a good friend of ours right there in Kosciuszko,
Donald Martin.
Donald.
Right.
And you know,
Yes.
he was him and Dole actually was working the funeral home. They were the one featuring it for us and got us in there. And that was probably the first time Foxy actually worked, because she's actually a REM pod.
Yeah.
So, you know, she detects, you know, energy. And that's,
Yeah, if you get close to her
yeah.
and touch her, like her little arms or
Yeah,
little
yeah.
legs or little head.
So she started going off. And then we started having some of the other instruments detecting stuff. And then we were seeing shadows in the main chapel on the
Yes.
back wall moving around.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that was a really good weekend that we spent that last time there.
Right.
Yes.
Charles
Now,
said,
Michael,
if you
is
ever go back, I want to go. Well, they sold it.
they sold
So,
it? Yeah.
and they're remodeling it or have already. And it's going to be another funeral home.
A functioning funeral
So
home.
we
Yeah.
want to go back. And I wish we could.
Yes.
So now, Michael, is that the one where the spirit box was screaming for you, the portal?
No, that was the very first
The
investigation.
Yeah.
very first
Yeah.
investigation,
The
that
first time,
location.
yeah, the very first time we stayed the weekend in the funeral home, did our lock in then. That's when the spirit box or the portal, and it was actually Dole's and Donald's portal that we
Okay.
borrowed. And it screamed out my name, and everybody got that.
I wish I could have sent that to our producer and had him show this video. It's on our TikTok.
Yeah.
But that was
Yeah.
cool for everybody to see. That night, Michael had just found out that one of his uncles had passed away. And it was the first time we had ever used a portal, too. And it belonged to Doyle and Donald. And they had it out just mostly just showing us how it worked. And of course, we had to have one after that. And never, ever again have I heard something come through the portal that screamed
No.
out like that.
Oh, I just got chills thinking about it. I
That was,
wish I could
Yeah,
have been present for that one.
yeah, that was the
something was
first and only
coming
time that had
through.
ever happened. And it was,
I mean, I've heard it say your name and I've heard it, call you um, by Mike, which I know that nobody that you know calls you by that name, but
no,
for some reason that spirit
Well,
box or the
family,
portal will come
his,
across.
his family still calls him that.
yeah, family, close
Okay.
family still
But
does.
for that to have screamed out Michael
Michael
oh,
Fox.
and
Yeah.
held it out. But it
Oh,
is
that gives me
on our
chills.
TikTok, and I think it's entitled "Spirit Calling Michael Fox."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you guys can look that up. It's pretty
Yeah.
amazing to listen to. Um, it another team member had asked, "Well, would you like to speak with someone else?" Michael's not here right now. I mean, it was very persistent. It wanted to talk to Michael.
Yes.
What we didn't get was later on. It was like the family was coming through to talk to him, his family,
Yeah.
Oh.
or at least, yeah. Ronnie says he still has that video. But that was pretty amazing to witness. It really was. Michael had stepped out of the room, for me to say, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry," and give him hugs and try to make him feel better that he lost a family member. Yeah, it's on our TikTok.
It's on
Michael
YouTube
and
also. I
Destiny
remember it being
Fox.
YouTube.
Yeah, I think so.
It may be on the YouTube. I don't
Yeah.
remember. Um, Plus, it's on our TikTok. I know for sure, and on our page, I believe, Fox Paranormal.
Well, that was the birth of us going and getting our own portal, and we've been using it ever since.
Right.
And I've had huge success with it.
Huge
Yes. Yes.
success, yes. And we have a lot of clients, when they call and they want us to do an investigation, they say, "Are you going to bring that box thing you guys always use?"
Right. Dorothy, it's on Fox Paranormal page. If you go to TikTok, if you follow us, it's entitled, I'll tell you what, I'll flip over and see what the title of it is so you'll know which one to get. I hadn't been on TikTok in a little bit. Where's it at? Every time I go to get on TikTok, usually I hit Monopoly because of the colors. They look so much the same. All
But yeah,
right.
that was a good investigation. But the last one, when we went back and spent the weekend, I think, that was probably the best as far as paranormal activity.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But a lot of
Um,
times,
Go ahead.
Michelle, you froze up. There you go.
Oh,
You're
did
muted.
I? I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm back.
yeah.
So,
Uh,
also, oh Lord, I just forgot his name. What's his name? Eye of the Tiger.
oh, Dole.
No. She's talking about the funeral that was there.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy,
Oh my,
hang on. Jimmy
oh, for
Jameson.
heaven's
Yeah, Jimmy Jameson.
Yes. Well, that was where they had his viewing and his service.
Yes.
And so whenever we started playing or even talking about what's that song called, and Destiny would say, "I of the," and then you could hear it finish off through the portal, and it would
Mhm.
say Tiger.
Yeah.
And we would play it and we would get a little bit of activity going. And I think right after that is whenever Foxy did go off for the first time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's entitled "Spirit Keeps Asking for Michael Fox," and it's in a white box with the black writing, so you can't miss it if you want to go and look at that.
And that's on our
TikTok.
TikTok.
It's at Michael and Dusty Fox, I believe.
Yeah. So, yeah, if
Fox
anybody wants
Paranormal 22 is how I've got it. So,
Fox Paranormal
but
22.
still, it should show up if you type in Michael and Destiny Fox.
Yeah. And that's where the portal was screaming out my name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if anybody wants to go see it for themselves and, get a little taste of what we experienced that night, they can go on our TikTok and they can play it and watch it. But yeah, that was a good investigation. All the investigations there at the funeral home, I highly enjoyed. The last time we went, we actually got to go in the other building that was the funeral home.
I think that's where we picked up something bad that went
Yeah.
back with us that time, because we did have something, and there's never had been anything negative in that funeral home, and there were no reports after we left. So I think something very negative followed us, either from the jail. And
I'm honestly wondering if it was the jail.
Yeah.
Because it was just the guys that went to the other funeral home, right?
Yeah.
Us ladies stayed
no, I think I was
behind.
there too.
You might have. I don't remember. I know the guys, me and some of the guys went into the other funeral home. And then we all went to the jail because that's when you guys played dress up.
Yes, that was so fun.
Yeah. So, and that was a interesting investigation too. Of course, jails,
Yes.
they absorb so much of that energy from those inmates that have to stay there. So,
Mhm.
it's not unusual that you're not going to find a jail with a lot of paranormal activity.
Right. And if you remember when we were in the jail, remember that cold spot that we saw on the SLS?
Yes.
In that main
Using
hallway.
the thermal cam. It was like coming up slowly behind me. And then Michelle's like, move out of the way. Let me see if they're coming. And so actually something went running at her from down that hall. And it was on the SOS.
Yeah.
So, there was definitely something there. And I don't know, that could have been what followed us back. But what we're talking about is like we stayed in that one room in the funeral home. Michael and I could see the light reflecting off of the blue coffin.
Hmm.
And that last night we were there, it got so dark in there. Same lighting, same everything. We could not see the coffin.
Pitch black.
From the room that we were in. And we stayed in the room that was once the music room, where people who sing at the funerals would stand off to the side. And, there were like little slits and some lattice type material that you could see through. And that was one night that Michael slept with one eye open and one eye closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One night that he did.
Yeah, because it got intense. It got intense that last one.
Yeah, it did. And then we went in and the chapel was so dark. And then one or two of us kept seeing like that dark shadow darting past the door at the other end.
The other end, yes.
See it, but I saw it. I don't remember who else
Uh-huh.
did.
I know I was there and I went running out trying to, see if I could get a catch of it, and it was just gone. I guess it just went back into the darkness, or it was just completely gone. But
Yeah.
you
But
could
one
see
thing
it.
that we can say is it was so dark. They had their own camera system set up there, and the red lights around the camera, you actually could not see them. It was so
Yeah.
thick in there. But we had that one experience, and then, I'm glad it decided not to stay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I am too. That's one thing I could say. Usually I tell everybody the spirits are the ones that have to watch out when I take Destiny and Michelle in on the case, because they don't run. Neither one of them will run from anything.
Mm-mm.
Which one hand's a good thing, and on the other hand is not so good, because I'm concerned about everybody's safety.
Yes.
But when these two ladies get in there, it's like the heck with Michael.
Well, hey, Crossover Paranormal Society. It's good to have you watching.
Yes, it is. But the experiences, everybody, I think everybody that was there that last time had some type of personal experience in that funeral home.
It's funny, Michael, that you say that. One of the things that was brought up by another team member in the middle of the night, everybody's in their respective place, sleeping. And I had to get up and go to the bathroom. So as I'm walking by, the command center was located right there in the hallway before you branch off to go to the bathrooms.
Right.
Well, I happened to notice that the one camera, the farthest away upstairs where nobody's at, in the very back of the building, one of the cameras had fallen. So I go potty. I come back out. I open the door, which is up there where the embalming room is and everything else. And I open the door and I walk down that dark hallway to the very back of the building and I reset the camera up. So as I come back down, one of the team members said, "You went up there by yourself?" And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "By yourself?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I had to go fix the camera." And I never gave it a second thought.
I think it was Big Ronnie.
It might have been. But well, the camera wasn't going to fix itself. So, yeah, I went up there to fix it.
But, that's the thing, there's so many people when they experience something like that, they run the other way and they call themselves paranormal investigators. But, I could say with a lot of pride that when we do it and we catch something, we go toward it because we're still trying
Yes.
to get answers. We're
Right. That's
trying
what we're there
to
for.
get that evidence. So, it's a lot different when you have a team full of people that aren't scared to go after what we're there for.
But now he said that, but let me tell you this. There have been times that we pulled out of places.
Yeah.
Went outside, grounded, regrouped, and go from, just investigating to serious investigating. There's a difference sometimes. You're going in, you're asking questions, you're trying to get responses. And then there's a point sometimes when you realize something negative is on a property or in a building. And when it comes
Yes.
to, we've had team members get attacked. And so when that happens, we always pull everybody out. And we did that. We investigated a palm reader's house that was extremely haunted. And there come a point it got so crazy that I was like, everybody out. Michael said, outside, everybody. And I said, let's
Yeah.
go, let's go. And everybody was pretty shaken up at that. And then there was another time on an investigation that we had to pull the team out. And
Yes.
at this point, we had to put the client in a circle outside in their front yard. And as I pulled her into the circle, and I'd give anything if we'd had this recorded, there were dark shadows walking around the entire circle.
Outside of the circle.
You could see
Yes.
it moving in between the people. And as team members began to look around, when I mentioned, hey, I need her in here with me now inside this circle. And well, yeah, Youngblood's kind of admitting he got attacked before, but it was his fault for provoking. It was. He deserved that slap. I promise you, he deserved that. But the shadows, once I mentioned that they were going around outside the circle, when the team members began to look, we had a girl on the team that time. She was of a different faith than we were. And so not known to pray. Let me tell you, I heard her praying and praying out loud when people started looking and seeing it for themselves. I mean, it was just like, I'm there in the middle. I pulled Nan in. We'll call her Nan for tonight. I pulled Nan inside with us. And then, I mean, they're constantly walking round and round. We were not moving.
No.
They were moving around us. And that was pretty intense. I believe Youngblood might have been there that night.
Yeah. I think, I think Youngblood was there that night.
Yeah, think back. Somebody related to you. Your dad's first investigation with us.
We'll tell him later.
Yeah, he knows. Dad's first investigation. That's all I gotta say.
Now, I know Destiny and I we're so close with one another that anytime, let's like the near the college, what is it? University of Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
That investigation that we did over there, and I forgot now how it went down. I had it in my head, and now I got to try to tell the story, and I can't remember. But before we walk in, you got hit with that energy, and you just looked at me, and I said, "I've got your back."
Yeah.
And we're always right there with one another. We don't never have to worry that you'll be alone in any kind of a way, any of us, because we're always there. We're such a tight knit family.
Right.
Yes.
And there have been times that we've had to let clients know, hey, somebody's carrying them.
Yes.
Yeah, we've had to do that.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing we're a tight knit family when it comes to that, because there's nobody else there to watch out for, so we have to watch out for each other.
Right.
And we take a lot of these cases. We take almost every single case very seriously when we go into it. We're looking to either prove or disprove whatever the claims are that we got from the client. We're trying to help the client deal with whatever they're having to deal with. And I know there's a bunch of them out there in this world that go into this and they think it's a big para party. I guess we're a little bit different. We don't look at it that way. We look at it as trying to help people.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, they're the ones having the issue. They're the ones that's having to live there every day of their lives. And you know, when they come to the point, they have to call us in, you know, it's gotten pretty serious for them.
Right. Well, that one particular one over there by the University of Georgia, they actually had to move out. So
Yes.
we was investigating after they'd moved out.
I don't remember.
Um, the spooky case that we had that we thought maybe in connection to this one up
Oh,
north.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah. I know exactly the one she's talking about.
So I remember, and I don't know, it's like after so many cases, I guess you start forgetting some. I remember that Big Ronnie and his wife were following us, and we were somewhere way down in South Georgia, and we went through Plains, Georgia. I do not remember what investigation that was, but I remember us going through there, and I remember seeing an old sign that said something about Billy Beer, um, President Jimmy Carter's hometown. And remember
Oh,
his brother had
yeah.
that
Billy
beer.
Carter.
Yeah, and I don't remember where we went, and I wish I could. I, I don't remember. I remember us going through Plains, Georgia, and that's it.
It wasn't the museum.
Oh,
I can't remember how we got to that museum, the Crime and Punishment.
It
oh,
wasn't that one. That's Turner
Okay.
County. I don't remember
I
the
don't remember either. There's been so
something
many.
Berry, some city that's got Berry in it. I don't remember. Asbury,
Actually, the one,
aspirin or something.
yeah.
I don't know.
Uh,
Aspirin. Aspirin.
I'm
Aspirin,
trying
Georgia,
to
y'all.
remember. Uh, was I don't know. We've done so many that way. Uh, we did the mansion in Atlanta area. I remember that one. And we did the one with the crazy guy that talked to rats.
Oh yeah.
So I remember that one. And that was in the Atlanta area. We've done several in the Atlanta area over the years. But I think the craziest call we ever got is when we got the call to investigate active church where, I mean,
Yeah. And
they're
they
actually
had
still having
footage.
services there.
They had footage of an apparition in their fellowship hall,
Yeah.
which was downstairs underneath the sanctuary. And we learned some lessons since then.
Yeah, we did.
Um, they were having choir practice one Sunday night, Michelle, and somebody opened the side door while the whole choir was up practicing. We're talking maybe 20, 30 people in the choir. The side door opens and a soldier walks through the side door, two or three of them, and they could hear soldiers outside.
Yeah.
And they thought, well, there's a reenactment somewhere, you know, and the whole choir witnessed these men disappearing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, that was interesting. It was an interesting call. We'd never gotten a call like that. It's where the church board had voted to call us in to investigate for them.
Yeah. It was quite the experience.
Yeah. So that was an interesting one. We've had a lot of interesting cases over the years. You know, we're going to have a lot more. It's not stopping. It's
No.
there's always going to be that macabre thing going on, and somebody's going to call and say, "Could you guys please come and take care of this for us?" And
Right.
that's just what we do. Helping the private citizen is probably the most gratifying for us. Now, we do like to go on these organized investigations where we will go and investigate a high profile location a lot of times. like the
Right.
funeral home or the jail or the hospital. That
Those are fun.
yeah,
They always will be. But, I mean, as much as we take everything so seriously when we investigate, those are the type of places we truly go to have fun.
yes,
Hmm.
We treat every case very highly and very
yes,
respectfully, but we can cut up a little bit more. Whereas when we do for homeowners, we are very professional and we want to get to the root of any
yeah.
issue that they're having. So those are more fun
Yeah,
because we
Dora
do get
says she loves
to,
Michelle.
huh?
Dora says, love you, Michelle.
Oh, love you,
She
sweet
says, love
girl.
you guys too, but she puts you first.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her.
I don't know about other teams, but we've got quite a dossier of doing lock-ins, weekend lock-ins in a lot of these locations.
Listen at that dossier.
Hell yeah.
Listen to
What
him
in the
throwing
world
out the big words
dossier
tonight.
mean? What in the
I
world?
need to know what app you're
Have you
using
been
for the
reading
word
the
of the day.
dictionary again, baby? What did I tell you about
You
that?
caught me. You
He's
caught
got word of the day app on his phone, I guess.
I bet.
me. At
Dossier.
least I can say peripheral.
So, yeah. And rural.
Dossier.
Dossier.
I try.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
I
spelled
think it's my accent
wrong.
don't let me.
Dossier. Yeah, but we've had a lot of fun doing these lock-ins. Getting back on subject.
Dossier.
Yeah. Uh, I'd like, I've been thinking about it. And I'd really like to do another lock-in down the road here pretty soon.
Yeah.
If we
I
can.
would
Also,
love that.
Youngblood and I have been talking about Bonaventure Cemetery in Savannah.
Uh-huh.
Um, that is the cemetery where we had some paranormal experiences. One big one. Matter of fact, Michael and I are walking down the little paved pathway, and we're looking at all the fascinating headstones. Girl, some of them are so beautiful. Absolutely love them. And so we're just enjoying the view, and we're talking. And of course, we're walking with our cell phones in our hand, and Michael had his in his hand. And all of a sudden, Michael's phone, he's not swinging at this time, but his phone, matter of fact, you had your phone like this.
Yeah, I was looking at it
Yeah, he
actually.
was looking at his phone, and all of a sudden, his phone went flying out
Forward.
of his hand forward. We were standing still.
Yeah.
Went flying forward out of his hand and landed about maybe 5 feet in front of him, maybe a little bit further.
Wow.
Yeah, it was jerked out of his hand. So
Yeah.
something
Wow.
definitely wanted us to know. They also do a tour, a
Yes.
guided tour through at night now, a little haunted tour. And so he and I have talked about this just a little bit. We want to go.
Yeah.
We want to go do
Yes.
that too.
That's in Savannah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, which is claimed as one of the most haunted cities in the country.
One
But
of
There's a
them.
couple
one
places
of them.
there I would love to go. Yes, there, Key West. I would love to go to these places.
Yeah.
To actually investigate. Of course, I grew up in Florida, so Key West was always something that I've been to, but I was young, I didn't know that the history that the Keys hold, and I would love to go there too.
Yeah, a lot of places that we've been before, just driving through or going to visit, not even thinking paranormal, and then finding little articles on
Yeah,
Facebook that this place is haunted. And I'm like, I wish we had went here. I wish we'd have went there when we were there.
Yeah.
right.
Youngblood says while visiting little Gracie, again talking about Bonaventure,
Uh-huh.
um, him and his wife heard a little girl whispering in their ear, but there were no girls around.
Wow.
And there's lots of haunted history there.
There is lots of haunted history there, but that whole town's full of haunted history. But and New Orleans. Oh, I love New Orleans as far as paranormal side
And
because
I've never been, so I would love to go to see it, but for the
We've been
paranormal side of
twice,
it.
twice to New Orleans.
Yeah, I've been 3 times.
3 times. Yeah,
Michael, can you tell the story about the was it the SB7 spirit box where you was getting or no, it was the
oh, that was the Ovilus.
Ovulus, yes.
Yeah, that was in New Orleans, or right outside of New Orleans.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Destiny and I, we had just gotten the Ovilus, and now it's the old Ovilus. It's the one everybody's wanting to buy off of us because it's the
We've had offers.
yeah, and we still got it
I think we gave $100 for that back in the day.
back in the day. But we were using the Ovilus in New Orleans, and we had French come across it.
No, it wasn't. That was the spirit box.
No, that was the
No.
Ovilus.
It was the Ovulus
It was
because
the
I was trying to help you research on
Yeah.
that to see if that was even possible.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah. And so Michael contacted the manufacturer
Yes.
to ask them about that. And they said, no, they're all only programmed for English.
Yeah. They said the library, the word library that's programmed into it is only in English.
It only consists of English words.
Yeah. So they said it was
Awesome.
possible to hear French over the Ovilus.
Well,
We had French come across the Ovilus.
we know how the spirits like to manipulate items and technology and
Who occupied New Orleans back in the day? France.
yep,
So
and still a very prevalent language.
it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, it very much is there. So, that was interesting. And that was one of the times that really made us go, huh, because
Yeah, it was a little creepy.
yeah, it was.
It's like,
But yeah, they programmed that library into the machine, and they put, I don't know how many thousands of words they put in there, but according to the manufacturer, everything was programmed in English. So I don't know if they make an Ovilus, let's say for a foreign country, would they program it for whatever language the prominent language is in that country? I don't know how far the manufacturer went with this thing. And could it be possible, if they do, could it have been possible that some of this foreign language they put in other devices accidentally got put into this one? I don't know.
No, they told you that they were only programmed for English.
Yeah, because I had to give them the model number and the exact thing, Ovilus we used. And he was very adamant that it was only in English.
So, our time's almost up, but I want to plug Deep South Paracomic Con. Michael and I will be there. Please stop by our booth and say hello. Also, Michele will be there selling her little knitted crafts, which I have seen pictures and they are so super cute. Also, if you want tickets, go ahead and buy your tickets. I'm not sure if there's any vendor booths. Any vendor, what you call them? Yeah, vendor booths still available.
Yes.
But you can always check. You never know. So if you're wanting something to do next weekend and you have some crafts or something, definitely check and see. The last time I heard there were maybe 3 spots possibly left. Go to deepsouthparacomicon.com and you can check that out there. I believe the tickets are maybe 15. You'll have to go and check. I have some friends that are going to come. One of them won one of the tickets on the contest that we had. It's in Ozark, Alabama at the Ozark Civic Center. Huge auditorium, just a nice place. And it is going to be September the 14th and 15th. So you definitely want to come out to the Ozark Civic Center in Ozark, Alabama.
Yes.
And check everything out. It's going to be amazing. And I know that you're all going to have a good time if you come. But our friends, Anita and her husband, are going to be there. And I'm excited for them to be there. They are... they live close to where I work.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and she sent you a golden sticker today on Monopoly.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I'm glad she won.
Yeah.
Yeah, but check and see. I believe they're 15. Um, but go check and see for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome Paracomic-Con. So,
Paracomic-Con.
Paracomic-Con.
And I said it right tonight too.
Yes, you did. I'm proud of
Yes,
you,
I
baby. You
did.
did
Very
good.
good.
Yeah.
I'm very
I
dossier.
still can't say peripheral.
I don't
Peripheral.
even know what that means. I mean, I don't know. I guess he'll tell me later.
Yeah. I'll tell you all
Strict
about it.
and to the point.
Yes.
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I kind of meant that's what the word meant. I guess. I don't know.
Dossier means a file. You know, you create a dossier, a file
A
on something.
document.
Yes, a document, a dossier.
I think
document.
that's also close to the Latin word of that too.
Yeah.
But anyway, but yeah, check that out. And Michele, it was good to see you again. It was good to have you as a guest on our show. We're going to be doing so many wonderful things the rest of this year. 2 weeks from Deep South, 15 at the door, 12 online. So you definitely want to save that $3 so you can buy something at the concession stand.
Yeah.
A drink and maybe one of their little goodies they have over there. But yeah, go online and get your tickets in advance. $12 or $15 at the door.
Yes.
And 2 weeks from Deep South, we're going to be. Oh, Charles, I'm glad you enjoyed it. We love you too. Charles is one of my Bubbas. I got 2 Bubbas.
Yeah, you got
Charles and Bubba.
Yeah.
Little Bubba and Big Bubba.
Little Bubba and Big Bubba.
Yeah, Little Bubba and Big Bubba.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That don't sound right.
Well,
But 2 weeks from Deep South, Fox Paranormal, Michael and Destiny Fox will be in Gettysburg at the Warren Seekers of the Supernatural Paracon.
oh yeah.
And that's going to be amazing. Come out and see Annabelle. Come out and see Laveda, my little haunted doll, too. I don't know if we'll take her or not. We may just have a picture of her because she's getting very fragile. So we have to be very careful with her. I would like to get her in a glass sealed case for indefinite if I could. So, but yeah, come see us. Check us out.
Yeah.
In Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
That's going to be a good one too.
Yeah.
Right now,
28th and 29th.
I'm focused on the Paracomic-Con because I can't wait for it. And then
I am more. Well, I don't need to say that. I am very much excited for Deep South Paracomic-Con.
Yeah.
And then I'll get even more excited about Gettysburg. How about that?
I think it's because we've been with the Paracomic-Con since the very first one.
Right. And we are part of the W.E.B.B radio network.
Yes.
And so we are an outreach of, is outreach the name of it, for W.E.B.B Paranormal Network. We are a part of that. So we're a part of W.E.B.B Paranormal kind of in a small
Roundabout way.
Well, yeah, we do so many projects with W.E.B Paranormal.
Yes, yes.
They're our family too, and Stan and I are very close, and Teresa and Destiny are very close.
We love them.
Yeah,
they are awesome people.
I would do anything for Stan if he asked me to. He knows that. I think he would do anything I asked him. About.
Right.
It's just that kind of relationship. And Stan and I did find out that we could possibly be related back when we did the Battleship.
Likes Fox. You won't listen to him.
Yeah. We already knew that we grew up one county apart. So, and then we found out that there's a particular family name that's in my family, and it's also in his family, the same name.
So, you never know.
Yeah.
They're my in-laws. Anyway, our time's gone. This has been a great show. We've enjoyed talking to you so much and reminiscing over old cases that we did.
Yeah, that was fun tonight.
Some that you didn't do with us that, we have a good story to tell. experiences, things that we learn to use later on. So it's been amazing. Michele, thank you so much. And I will see you next weekend.
Sounds
Yes,
good.
ma'am. Thank you guys for having me.
You're welcome. Till next week, Michael and Destiny Fox. Peace and love.
Peace and love, everybody.